hit go live.
Perfect. I'll hit record.
Beautiful. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Drop some love in the comments just to connect our energy. Monica and Saber here at your service. We love you so much. We are so honored to be sharing space on this beautiful 111 portal. This beautiful 111 portal with you. We welcome you. We're going to go ahead and play a little bit of music. Just going to make sure we're live on Facebook. Saber, will you go ahead and hit play? I want you to take some nice deep breath. Can you hear me okay? Get a thumbs up. Put a hand on your heart and a hand on your womb. They're going to call in the highest timeline, anchoring in the reclamation energy. Feel your heartbeat. A deep breath. Nice, slow, deep breath. Let everything go. Be present with us in the here and now. Be present with yourself. Another deep breath. Shift your body a little bit. Feel your body. Yeah, come into that sensual moment, that empress version of you, that goddess, that queen, that's ready for reclamation. Deep breath. Smile. Be that version of you sitting on your throne. Deep breath. Deep breath. Open your chest, drop your shoulders. Feel the beat. Are you ready? We are leaders of leaders. Are you ready to lead with us? Deep breath. Now, as the music fades, I want you to keep your eyes closed. Close your eyes. Calling in the highest timeline for everyone here. It's not in the words, it's in the frequency. Listen to the frequency that these words carry as we call in a connection with Mama Water, the spirit of water, who is ready to lead with us a reclamation of the divine waters of the earth, a reclamation of the divine waters within, a reclamation of the divine currency within the ocean, our oceans of limitless abundance that is our birthright and the birthright of generations after us. I am calling forward for you, with you, as us, the version that is within you, the same version that is like the version of me that stepped forward 4 years ago to reclaim her throne, to be brave through the fear, to be resourceful through the old stories of lack, and to be relentless in my pursuit of reclamation. That our reclamation is inevitable. I want you to say that out loud or in your mind. My reclamation is inevitable. It is done, and so it is. Now, as you open your eyes, come into the present moment with us, I want to invite you to reflect on a statement that came through for me just before we went live. What if your energy and presence was enough? What if your energy and presence was enough? Breathe it in. Because guess what? Water witches, it is. Your presence and energy, your uniqueness is enough to create your heaven on earth. But are you ready to reclaim? Are you ready? Put a yes in the comments or a one if you are ready for this reclamation. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my history that you may see yourself in some way in my story. Then I'm going to pass it to Saber after that to share a little bit about her history and how she came to be in this space. We came to be together. Then we're going to take a deep dive into what we have been able to create through our own unique energy. I grew up like many of you, little queen, playing in the mud, creating my concoctions, my spells, my tinctures outside with Pachamama, the mud and the sticks and the flower petals. I knew I was a healer. I knew I was a medicine woman. But slowly, this world kind of beat it out of me, talked me out of it, schooled it out of me. And I started doing all the traditional things that so many of us do. Going to school, became a mother, I went back to school, I became a nurse. But my soul was never satisfied. I always felt like something was missing. I wanted to help humanity on a deep, profound level. I felt like I wanted to do it from a place of martyrdom. I kept giving of myself, not knowing I should fill my own cup first. And then I met some beautiful women like Saber, like Bibi, some beautiful women in our community. And they reminded me of my truth, that my energy, that my uniqueness was enough, and that I got to fill my own cup first in all the ways, financially, spiritually, sensually, that I got to reclaim my truth in all of the ways. I was a very sad, makes me want to cry to think about that precious version of me that settled for so many years. I was a mommy zombie is what I call myself. I was really lost. My body was hurting. My heart was hurting. I was newly divorced, and I knew there was something great out there for me, but I didn't know how to access it. I didn't know how to show up in the online space fearlessly and share my truth with the world and feed my family at the same time. It's all here for you, ladies, queens, goddesses. It is all here for you. I sit before you a very different person than I was 4 years ago. I was beautiful then, but I am me now. I am activated. I have reclaimed my truth, a truth that allows me to create a liquid legacy with water. Water is the ultimate medicine, the ultimate medicine. I have a unicorn. I have a horse. Can you feel me on this? It's been a lifelong dream, a childhood dream of mine to have a horse. I never thought I would have the resources to have a beautiful horse in my family. I live on a lake. I get to vacation with my kids. I don't have to count when I go to the grocery store. And I'm happy. I'm happy. I mean, I'm happy, isn't it? Like, feel me. Okay, so I can't tell my whole story, and I don't want to run in circles with the story. I'm going to pass it to Saber to share a little bit about her and what we're going to break down for you, infold, unfold for you, that you may find your authenticity and your mission here with us, ladies, because it is time. It is time to move bravely through the fear and reclaim that which is yours, which is anything. It's your heart's desire. Feel me? Can I get a thumbs up if you're feeling it? A heart, maybe? Okay, beautiful Saber. I'm going to pass it to you to share with us. And I'm so honored to be here with you, sister. It's a full circle moment, baby.
Oh, thank you so much, Monica. Ah, what a beautiful opening. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm a crier. I'm gonna cry because it actually is quite a full circle moment too. Who's really feeling this energy in this community? Whether you were here for the water fast or maybe you just got here, you're like, what is going on? What is this heart? What is this magic? And drop a love in the comments if you're just feeling the love, because that's what this is really about. And what we're about to share with you today, I love to call it a shared economy business model because it's really truly the answer to all of our prayers, all of our water prayers, all of our manifestations, all of those new moon rituals that you've been doing to really, really think about the money and the retreats and the land and the partners and the community and the family that you want to create, the things that you want to do, the travel. You get to completely unlock your potential when you unlock your income. And we're going to share with you the solution to really go from a linear way of creating, not only creating an income, but being, growing, to actually thriving. And I shared a little bit about my story in the video I did yesterday, but I'll share a little bit here anyway for those who didn't get to hear. I actually came into this space 5 years ago, and I am actually about to turn 30 here in about 2 weeks. So it's a very, very beautiful time. I'm in my Saturn return, all these things are going on, right? And when I found this space, I was at the tail end of a 16-year eating disorder. I was emancipated foster youth. I grew up in very crazy traumatic space. I did not come from money at all. I grew up with a solo mom that was on government money and celery and peanut butter for lunch and dinner most of the time. So it was very much, going into adulthood, really trying to do what I thought I was supposed to do, going to college, getting the degree. I actually was going to go to medical school and become a plastic surgeon. Can you believe that? I would actually be graduating this year or last year. Oh my gosh. And a big part of it was I wanted to, help. I wanted to impact, especially burn victims or, children with cleft palates in third world countries, these kinds of things. But I also had my mother and my Japanese lineage that was in my ear about going and being a doctor, getting in the medical field, and my mom with her body dysmorphia being like, you gotta fix my boobs. So there's just so many layers of fitting in society, but also what it means to be a woman. Lots and lots of layers within there. But when I came into adulthood, I really, really just felt this undying urge to create something radically different for myself, to carve an alternative creative path. I just really wanted to be in my magic, connected to my intuition, connected to nature, connected to community, connected to the ability to live where I want. Living in Europe wasn't even a thought or a glimpse of possibility before. And I chose to actually move here last year because I'm on a mission to buy a castle to create a retreat center for women around the world. And we'll have men and other events and things like this here too. But one of my big dreams is now that I know it's possible with generational wealth and what we're about to share with you, this chateau, this castle is going to give back to sorry, it's going to get back to holistic rehabs and just save animals and teach kids, especially people who are in foster youth, kids who are in foster youth, entrepreneurship skills, financial literacy, all the things that I know so many of us didn't have growing up because of lack of resources, ultimately, right? And yeah, I became self-employed back in 2016, and it was definitely a win. I mean, I literally made up to $30,000 in a single weekend selling art at events. But the thing about it was it just wasn't sustainable. I really was on this like hamster wheel. It's like I left the hamster wheel of traditional 9 to 5s and what I was on this trajectory of working for somebody else for the rest of my life to hopefully retire by the time I was 60 and maybe go move somewhere out of the country. To then being self-employed to just recognizing that I still felt like I had to sacrifice. Yeah. Does anyone feel that who's already currently self-employed that there's just I really believe ultimately we it does anything worth building, it's gonna take grit and tenacity and work 100%. However, I didn't know what I knew until I found this space. And I just remember when I was at this tail end of my eating disorder, living in this bus. It was a pretty nice bus, I'll say. I started it in a van, but I got to this point where I still was in this rat race of, making such good money in this huge hustle with my magic and my medicine and my art to still not be able to really fully give myself the resources to even have a roof over my head ultimately and maintain my business and my health and everything, right? I had to sacrifice my health. I sacrificed my time. I sacrificed sisterhood. I sacrificed, gosh, just so many things to try to just keep things afloat as an entrepreneur. And I see a lot of people doing that. I've even met some of the most successful 7-figure entrepreneurs who are really burnt out behind closed doors. They're not healthy, they're in huge burnout. They're addicted to different things because they just are required to be spinning their wheels and on 24/7. And for us as women, we're just not, we don't operate that way. We just don't operate that way. So, learning this concept around leverage income, passive income, the world of affiliate marketing, which I would love to know who knows what affiliate marketing is. You could put a one in the comments if you do, put a two in the comments if you have no idea. It's a big blanket term. There's a lot of ways to make it happen. And there's also a lot of stigma to it. But what I think is very interesting is doesn't everything have a stigma to it if it actually is here to free people? Right? I think of everything we've gone through in the past 4 years or five, since 2020. It's like when there's something that actually has the potential to set people free, there's a lot of people. If you've heard of the crabs in the bucket analogy, where there's a bucket of crabs and one crab tries to get out, all these crabs try and pull it down. That, my dears, is the matrix. And even if you have left your job and you're working and you're self-employed, you're working for yourself, etc., if you still are allowing your limitless being of who you are be pulled down by any type of crap in the buckets to anything that's possible for you and what it is that you're able and capable of doing with your health, with your wealth, with your freedom, with your community, you're still actually in the matrix. So, what we desire to share with you today is really a once in a lifetime opportunity, truly. Like, for the whole 5 years that I've been in this community, I've never seen our company be able to give thousands of dollars to people to actually just start their businesses and partner with us here. And we didn't even know this was happening when we were like prepping up for the retreat and this 90-day mastermind that we want to share with you as well. That's also a bonus that we're actually giving away for free here to select people who feel like a full resonance to this. And then suddenly our company is just like, we're also going to just give $2,000 to everyone who just goes all in for the month of January. So I'm so deeply honored because this retreat that we're going to be sharing, we'll share more about it at the end of today. But it really is like the launch phase of the Water Witches community. The reason why I moved to Europe, buying the Castle Retreat Center is a 3 to 5 year goal. And the more of us women that come together, you know how powerful it is when magical witches come together, right? I feel like this dream is going to be closer than 5 years. So, being it that it is the initiation, we really want to just give you all an opportunity to explore this world of affiliate marketing, but done in a way that actually feels authentic, that allows you to get paid to be your fully vibrant self. So whether you have experience as an entrepreneur, you're just like, I have no idea, I'm quite intimidated to actually start my own business or overwhelmed or whatever it is, this is the perfect space. I always say water takes the shape of the container that it's in. Yeah. And guess what? We have partnered with water. We've already talked about the magics and the energetics of water, right? Throughout this entire event. And today we're really bringing that home because the real magic actually happens when you have a tangible and practical way to bring it to use. And it's just no coincidence that we've been able to partner with a 50-year-old Japanese medical grade water ionizing technology that produces Kangen water. Kangen mean return to origin, meaning when you drink this magical water, we're going to be sharing more about the science, bridging science to the spirituality. It returns you to your origin of your actual truth and allows you to actually use water as an ally to create another stream of income to create more financial flow in your life. There are a myriad of phrases connecting water to wealth. The energy of water is intuition, transformation, healing, and water is a conduit. So water spreads and raises our frequency, and almost just like the mycelium, like mushrooms in the underneath the ground, mycelium network expands. That's the way this business model is actually set up, and it is a win-win model for everyone. And we're going to go over how this patented framework actually allows anyone to create generational wealth that will withstand something you could build, believe it or not, 3 to 5 years. Even if it took 10 years, you can actually have guaranteed monthly income to set yourself up and your family for life, 2 generations deep. I just really want that to land because that you won't find anywhere else. You can't create that on your own. If you do, it will start to actually flourish and grow with the next generation. But if you want that in your generation, you found the right space. Whoo, I got some chills. Let's just drink a little sip of water, huh? Mm. We have a really beautiful presentation to actually introduce you to this magical company that's actually called Enagic. Enagic, mm. Which is literally energy and magic. The magic of Enagic. It's so powerful. Let me just share my screen. Before I actually share this, I would love to say that we have also, so there's two things we've partnered with. We've also partnered with an academy that allows us to do this in such a different way than what traditionally, and Magic's been around for 50 years, long before social media, long before any of that, right? And actually, in the past about 7 years now, maybe it's 8 years. I think it's about 8 years now. We're in 2025. We have partnered with a platform that bridges this beautiful product and company to allow you to actually expand that onto social media. So when we talk about getting paid to be authentically you and leveraging the online space, you want to stay till the end to really get the full picture of this. Yeah, because I've actually heard about Enagic before. I came into this space, but I actually had no idea that you could actually do it in this way where you build a legacy actually creating where you are the brand. This is not something that like a traditional MLM or traditional affiliate or network marketing type of company, you typically will be on your social media very much being the repping another brand, right? So this is a way where it's a very hybrid model. So kind of think of a hybrid of if you were to create your own coaching program, which if you are already a coach and you're already on that path, this is going to blow everything out the water for you because it really is this hybrid model where you get to leverage a model that's going to compound your wealth, but also in a way where you are the brand, but you get to partner with something that aligns with your values. Yeah. So that will make more sense as we go. Just wanted to share that. I always love to pre-frame this way because I know for me, I was just like, it took me a moment to really come full circle and really understand the power of leveraging automation, AI, and digital technologies, in addition to partnering with established businesses that are good for the planet and the people, as well as profit. All right, without further ado, let me make sure I have, voila. Okay, so I'll just share a little bit about Enagic and then we'll actually just share about the range of the products that we've got.
I do not see the slides. I see a, does anybody, okay, nobody else sees them either. There's just a like black stripe.
That sounds sexy. Here we go. Let me
There
see
we
it.
go. Boom,
Okay,
perfect. Thank you.
thank you. Okay, so Enagic, as I mentioned, has been around for 50 years. It was started actually after World War II from a man named Mr. Oshiro in a beautiful little tiny little island in Japan called Okinawa. Okinawa is actually known as the land of the immortals because it is the place where they have had the most, I believe they're called centurions, people that live to be over 100, because they have the purest land, they have the purest waters, they have the purest air. And in Japan, so Japanese, if you're aware of Japanese culture, they think really long term, they think generationally. They're also king when it comes to anything medical. So Mr. Oshiro, all the way back in World War II, devastated Okinawa. He really set foot on an entrepreneurial path after he met a scientist that was sharing about the power of electrolyzed reduced water and how it has healing properties that can help people with all kinds of ailments. Everything from, I'm not going to make any medical claims here, but just that it can support from everything from cancer to skin issues to inflammation, rheumatoid arthritis. Like there's just endless things when we actually get proper hydration and the right water in our bodies. So fast forward, Mr. Oshio created a 500-year business plan to allow people to actually expand their health, their wealth, and their freedom, and actually got this technology to go into medical hospitals in Japan. So it's actually a medical grade device that's been in Japanese hospitals for the past 40 years. And it's actually just in the last 20 years started to scratch the Western world. And it's pretty cool because you can actually see a lot of elixir bars, alcohol free, sober type of bars that are having Kangen water, health food stores, yoga studios, these kinds of things that actually are starting to have Kangen machines because people are starting to become more and more aware about their health, especially after 2020. But in general, if you've noticed around the world, people are really, really dedicating their whole life to really become at this peak performance biohacking. And there's all of this focus on organic food and supplementation and exercise, but people didn't really fully understand the power of water. And now it's starting to really truly rise in protecting the waters. So Enagic's starting to become very, very popular. However, it's still about 1 in 100 people actually know about Kangen water. So it's actually a really powerful time right now in history to partner with this beautiful medical grade technology that literally in the next 5 to 10 years, nearly everybody's going to have a Kangen machine. So I always love to say this is the liquid legacy golden era for people to actually connect with this space. Meanwhile, lots of people, as I said, things that have stigmas are actually here to set us free. I believe the people that are really successful when everybody zigs, they zagged. So this is the time where people are partnering with the Magic at this moment. So essentially, what they do is they actually make their core product, which Monica will go into more. It's called the Kangen K8. and it's a water ionizer that goes on your kitchen that creates the best drinking water. It also allows you to have 68 plus uses for the water. So it can replace things like bleach, flea medications, laundry detergent, window cleaner, floor cleaner, degreaser. Gosh, there's a myriad of things. You even saw in our during our water fast, some people were recommending to adjust the pH and gargle 2.5 for sickness and drink 11.5 for headaches or inflammation and all these things. So it just, yeah, it really allows you to cover a lot of bases without having to buy all these miscellaneous products and plastic and chemicals in your home. So it's incredible. It's really a powerful asset to have in your home for your family, even just alone. But they also have had a patented 8 point compensation plan that we'll go over here soon. But that is what actually allows us to have this shared economy income model where when you purchase your machine one time, you then get distributorship rights for life that you could actually earn commissions from. And just within a few sales, you actually even make your investment back for your health and your wealth. And for those who are really resonant around this business opportunity, you have this pathway to create legacy wealth. Let's see, what else do I want to say about it? I think I'll actually pass it over to Monica because Monica retired from nursing within 10 months after partnering here, and she's got a lot of knowledge within the medical aspect of it. So I know there's a little bit here about what electrolyzed reduced water is, etc., but I'll pass it to her. I guess before I do that, I just want to say if you want to do your own due diligence and explore, which I highly recommend, healthy skepticism is so important. I definitely had to really explore this for myself to make sure that it was credible and reputable. So you can look at thousands of research and articles on Google Scholar and PubMed. You want to look up ERW. So you can write this down, electrolyzed reduced water, or ERW for short. You'll find it. Google Scholar or PubMed is really important. Um, because that's where you're going to be able to find the credible and reputable sources to see how powerful this water is. You can't do scientific research on a brand. So Kangen water is the brand, right? But they have these machines that create electrolyzed reduced water. So that's where you can explore that on your own. I'm going to pass it over to you, my dear.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It was 8 months, actually, not
Oh,
10. That's
amazing.
important. That's
Better.
important, right? Even better. Okay. Thank you so much for that, Saber. Before I go into like put my nurse hat on, something that I really want to impress upon all of you is that this machine is the next iPhone. I want you to let that land for a moment. And what do I mean by that? Well, first of all, it's the next iPhone, but it's high integrity. Because I want you to look at the success of the iPhone, how much money that company makes, but then look at the integrity of that company. What do we compromise when we all invest in an iPhone? We know that their practices are not positive. We know that they're underpaying people in China to build their phones. And so we get to reflect on these things, right? What are we investing in? Now, on the flip side of that, what I want to tell you about is the integrity of this product. Who has an altar? Put a one in the comments if you have an altar or you have crystals or you've ever gone to a shrine, a statue of Jesus, Mother Mary, Buddha. So many people put so much love toward that entity that it actually creates miracles. Can you feel with me for a moment as I share with you hand on heart? And this makes me emotional. There is so much love that goes into these machines from our community, from the beautiful people in Japan who build these machines meticulously, piece by piece. The same person from beginning to end constructs this machine with a deep amount of love and devotion. That Mr. Oshiro, who started this company, was actually called by water intuitively to go back to his home country of Okinawa and start building these machines that he took 10 years to build the perfect machine before he started releasing anything to the world. That the quality, the integrity, the honor, the devotion that is present in this machine, that is a huge part of the reason why this machine actually creates what they call in Japan miracle water. As a nurse, this is so close to my heart because I I handed out narcotics for so long and I felt so shackled by the system when all along this machine existed that can put the body into a healing state that it can self cure. I can't claim cures. I'm not a pharmacist. This water will sit on your countertop, plug into your tap very simply. You don't need a plumber, and it will create miracle water that will penetrate at a cellular level to detoxify your body. We are coming up against toxins all day, every day. And this machine is going to give your body the best chance at the longest, healthiest life by transforming your tap water into healing miracle water. Not only are you going to be drinking the best water, eliminating all of the toxic plastics that go into the oceans, but you also have antiseptic water. Who uses triple antibiotic ointment? Anybody use that? It's like using Vaseline. Any good doctor that's truthful will tell you it's like using Vaseline. It doesn't really do much. Well, guess what? This machine creates water that kills viruses and bacteria on contact, pretty much, on your skin and on your surfaces. You will eliminate every single cleaning product in your home. Every single cleaning product. I don't use any chemicals. Do you know the rate of asthma, the rates of dementia, how they are skyrocketing? This is all directly related to the amount of chemicals that we are exposing ourselves and our children to. We can eliminate all of that with this one machine. And guess what? It's going to last you 25 plus years. Does anybody have a Japanese car? Anybody? Give me a one in the comments if you have a Japanese car. But you know, even if you don't have one, you know what the reputation is, right? Japanese cars last. They're dependable. If you want a long-lasting car, you buy Japanese. Same thing with this machine. They use it in over 250 hospitals in Japan. How cool is that? I want to tell you a specific story. In one of the hospitals in Japan, when they first started using Kangen water in the hospitals, they were doing tests on patients. And there was this man who had diabetes. And the doctor assessed him, and they were going to have to cut his leg off from knee down because of his mismanaged diabetes. So what they did is they started having him drink the Kangen water. They did 1.5 gallons a day. And then they applied the antiseptic water, which you can learn more about. They applied that on his feet where he had necrotic or dying tissue. Do you know all they had to do, and it's still drastic, but was take off the tips of his toes? They saved his leg. They saved his entire lower leg by ingesting and topically applying this miracle water. I'm shook by that. Like, that is amazing. They are placing it on the skin of little children who are having dermatitis, like atopic dermatitis, that's very painful and itchy, and these babies cry. They're applying it topically and having these children ingest it, and it's changing the course of their life, that they don't have to live a life devoted to pain and suffering and steroids, because it's not good for you, right? So this is a little bit of the magic that this machine will create in your home. The best drinking water, no more cleaning products. It's going to clean off your fruits and vegetables of all pesticides. It's going to replace your skincare products. The list goes on and on and on. And so essentially what it does is it hyperhydrates your body. Every single illness, everything is connected in some way to dehydration. Over 90% of the population is chronically dehydrated. If you are suffering, if you have an issue within your body, I guarantee you that getting your hands on the highest quality hydration, which is through this machine, you will feel a positive shift in your life experience. And this is one of a kind. We are number one in the industry. No one can compete with us. You know why? Because of the quality and the integrity and the safety. There are other water ionizers on the market that are significantly less expensive. You know why? Because they lack quality. And they're actually, many of them are unsafe because of the way that they put their machines together, and the types of metals they use can actually lead to heavy metal toxicity. And so know that I am presenting to you the gold standard, tons of certifications. We are the cream of the crop. And for me, I want the best for my family, as I'm sure you do as well. Highest integrity. And so we'll move on to the next product, and I'll pass it to Saber. We just have a handful of products to fully arm your entire home as a non-toxic sanctuary, giving your body the best chance in this toxic wasteland that we live in. Go ahead, Saber.
That was so beautiful. Amazing. I didn't know that about 250 hospitals and that diabetes guy. Oh my God. Thank you for sharing that. That was powerful. Um, ah, but water is life. If you're like, oh, I need that water in my life. Because we know water is life, right? It's literally, we are 80% water. Everyone says 80, 60, whatever percent water, but we're actually 90% plus water at a molecular level. So water truly is life. We are water. And we've got just a couple more products to go over, but this one I really love because it's called the Inespa. It's a shower filter because ultimately, why would you be drinking the best water but then showering in the largest organ within your body, that is your skin? I don't know about you, but I have had acne all of my life growing up, no matter what prescriptions I did, facials, Ayurvedic, dieting, like whatever, you name it that I tried. And it was actually just drinking Kangen water and also having this Anespa water that completely cleared and smoothed my skin out. And I'm forever grateful for it because there's people that have a lot of skin issues around eczema or um, rosacea. There's so many different skin elements that come from. Often it's actually even the water that you just shower in that's full of also heavy metals, the chlorine, fluoride, depending on where you're at, right? People have hard water. There's people even here in Paris that they're always posting. I have this woman in Paris Facebook group, and so many women are like, is anyone else's hair falling out? And I'm like, people are sharing these like cheap little water filters. She's like, I got this one, but it's just not working. I'm like, yeah, you guys need to do something that's really, really actually going to give you quality, as Monica was talking about. But even above this, within having a shower filter, I actually found this about Japanese hot springs recently, because what's really unique about Enagic's shower filters are that they have ceramic stones and minerals that are sourced from a hot springs in Okinawa that Enagic actually owns. And in Japan, hot springs there are called onsen, and its legend has it they've said that people can connect with spirits in Japanese hot springs. And I thought this was so powerful because for me, y'all seen some of my ritual baths sometimes if you follow me or you've been in the Water Witches water fast immersion. I have had the most spiritual experiences in my bath with my Nespa water, and I didn't even realize this until recently that because you're getting this full experience, right? Where you have all four elements that are invited in your bath experience. So you have the hot water, that's the fire, then you got obviously got the water, you have the air, that is the steam, and then you have the earth, that is the minerals from the rocks within these hot springs that are literally legendary connectivity with the divine and with spirits from Okinawa, from the blue zone space. So you got to really just try it yourself, honestly. But for those of you, especially who already have your Nespa, please do a beautiful ritual in your either bath or shower. But you're really actually inviting, it's remineralizing the water in your shower or your bathtub. So it's literally the equivalent to actually having hot springs in your own home. And even beyond that, it really just allows it to create a sacred bathing experience. It's just so beautiful. So that's the Anespa. I'll pass it over to Monica to talk about the Ukon turmeric supplements. And we got one more, and then we'll go into the patented compensation plan.
Thank you. Back to the Anespa, I want to just make a note that we have to think about what we're breathing in as well. The steam that Saber was talking about. When you breathe in chlorine and the toxic components of the water, it goes straight to your brain and leads to dementia. We have so many dementia diagnoses nowadays. So something else to think about, and asthma. When I moved, I didn't hook up my Nespa right away because it was in the middle of the night. Never again. I almost passed out because my body is so not used to the smell of chlorine. And I was like, okay, not happening again. Okay, so keep that in mind as well. So important to have the chlorine removed from the water we're bathing in because we breathe it in. Okay, now to the turmeric. Turmeric. So we have an amazing, highly bioavailable supplement that is turmeric, and it's called Ukon. I want to talk about the way that this is grown because, again, just like the way that the K8 is built, it's very important to me to know the origin, the roots of something, because I want to know that the energy, the essence of what I'm ingesting is as pure as possible, right? As noble as possible, as high integrity as possible. This turmeric supplement is sustainably grown by the farmers in Okinawa. The main cash crop in Okinawa used to be sugarcane. And then as things shifted in the economy, and it's not a very sustainable crop, it's very expensive. What happened is Mr. Oshiro decided to go out and contract these farmers who were struggling to start growing turmeric. And so on another level, he's supporting the economy and supporting the sustainability of Okinawa. It's such a beautiful story. Now back to turmeric itself. Let's talk a little bit about what turmeric is. Who takes turmeric? I bet a lot of you take turmeric. Turmeric is not a very stable herb, meaning that it oxidizes really quickly, loses its potency really quickly. So it's very important what it's enclosed in as far as keeping a shelf life. The other thing is, did you know, according to Chinese medicine, that the liver is said to house the soul? One of the most powerful things that turmeric does for our body is to cleanse the liver. So it is anti-inflammatory on a cellular level and works very deeply with the liver. And the liver is what detoxifies our body, right? And did you know that the liver also holds our life force energy? Does anybody know what emotion the liver holds? Tell me in the comments if you do. I'll give you 3 seconds. Fear. Fear is a liar, isn't it? Fear and anger. Yes, Cynthia, fear and anger. Do you know what a service you do to your body and your life when you ingest the most highly bioavailable turmeric supplement to support your liver to transmute fear? It will change your life. And what makes this supplement so unique to other high quality turmeric supplements is that they grow turmeric in the fall and the spring. And one strain of turmeric holds a great deal of minerals. and the other strain of turmeric holds a great deal of anti-inflammatory properties. They put those together in a unique fermentation process, and it becomes very bioavailable. So many supplements that we ingest, we just poop or pee them out. We don't even absorb them. Not only that, but it's wrapped in Kangen water in a way that maintains the stability of the turmeric, so it will actually do what it's intended to do, and it can sit in a capsule or in a tea bag or in a soap and still hold its properties. This turmeric is next level. It's over 90% bioavailable. The average supplement, turmeric supplement, is around 40% bioavailable. You will feel a huge purification in your body and in your life when you start taking this supplement. My dad was in a near fatal motorcycle accident in June of last year, and he has some chronic pain from that. I started him on the turmeric supplement, this Ukon. He swears by it. He will not go without his turmeric. He's like, girl, it changed my life in 3 days, like significantly. He doesn't have any aches or pains anymore because he takes this supplement. And I also was able to buy him a ionizer because I can. And that felt really good too, to gift my parent something so beautiful. Okay, that's a little bit about the turmeric supplement. I'm going to leave it at that for the sake of time, but know that it is the highest quality turmeric supplement on the market, hands down.
Wow, you're teaching me so much about this. That's amazing. Thank you. Thank you.
You're
Thank you. Thank you.
welcome.
That's so cool. I love that. I learn something new every day here. Okay, so the last product, which I'm so excited about this, they just actually officially launched it on pre-launch in Canada and the US, so it's available. By the way, Magic has 48 offices around the world. We even have women in Africa. We have a woman in Africa who is actually earning generational wealth. So no matter where it is that you're at, these products are actually available and attainable wherever you're at. This is called the M Guard. This is an electromagnetic frequency harmonizing device. Put a yes in the comments if you are aware of the dangers of EMF exposure, because we have the 5G that launched, right? We have connection to these devices, especially for those of us who live in cities. I live in an apartment here in Paris and surrounded by myriads of Wi-Fi signals. And it's so cold here that I barely ever get that chance to actually put my feet in the earth, to actually allow the earth to take the charge away from my body. So the solution is to actually have ways that you can actually have harmonizers to actually harmonize the environment. So you change your environment and you actually change your life. What this allows you to do when you actually have a removal of EMF exposure, you're going to get deeper sleep, deeper, more restorative sleep, more cognitive, intuitive dreams. Your intuition is going to skyrocket because your energetic field, your aura, is actually just more pure and alive and vibrant. Less stress, your energetic imbalances, as with the aura, right? You're going to be shining and actually vibrant. It enhances focus, creativity, sustaining energy levels. People are just reporting that they're just getting less brain fog, less anxiety. They're having clearer meditations. It is so, so powerful. They have a video where they're in Dubai in these skyscrapers with all these computers and everything around. And there's this device, there's a radar that you can also get with your M Guard if you wish, that will scan what the electromagnetic field frequencies are at, how the decibels. And when you turn on the M Guard, it completely harmonizes. So you can actually see visually how this will work. There's a lot of things out there like, oh, if you get shungite or orgonite or these kinds of things, but they really, really do just a fraction of what something like the M Guard is going to do. It also reaches quite a bit throughout your home. So I have about 1,000 square-ish foot. I think, I don't know, they do whatever metric it is here in Paris, but I'm American, still figuring out the conversions, but I only need one in my home because, especially since it's more my office, right, where I'm using my laptop and my phone. So I love that they have this as, Enagic, they've just had more of the core three products for years. But it's really powerful that they've launched this because I love that, especially with the digital era and the way that we're actually moving digitally with Enagic, is you now can actually have the best water to raise your frequency, and but you're also able to start this digital business, right, and reach a global audience and protect yourself from the digital devices that you're exposing yourself to. So that's really powerful. We're going to be sharing about I'm going to pass it on to Monica to share about the numbers, because this is it. And Magic doesn't have like pages and pages of all these products. You literally purchase these products one time. You have lifelong distributor rights. Even if you took a year off or whatever it is, you can come back and start right back off where you left off. We don't have any monthly quotas. This is not like something like if you've partnered with something like superfoods or essential oils in the past. I love them. I love superfoods and I love essential oils, but I don't love the requirements to continue to purchase products, even to just maintain a business, right? I also didn't love a lot of the business models that were set up. I remember when I was vending at festivals, I had essential oils. And I told my partner at the time, I was like, you should sign up under me because then you can sell these oils with me. But because of the compensation plan, the way it was structured, A, we were buying way more essential oils than we really even needed because that's what was required to maintain the compensation plan. And B, it was just such low ticket. We were making like 20, $50 a pop or something from certain packages that it just, we were spending so much more than we made. And if he actually came in with me, the way the compensation plan was set up was he was never actually able to even ever make as much money as me. He's like, I would have to actually sign up under the person who you signed up under, because that's the way this like structure was set up. And I was like, well, that doesn't make sense. And it really didn't feel good to me to really maintain it. So I sold the oils just to sell the oils. But as far as really getting behind something that felt really like a win-win model that I could really truly rise with people, I never seen anything like an AGIC. So this is the compensation plan that Monica is going to break down for us here.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Okay. I want you to really lean in if you're feeling resistance with the numbers, the conversation around money, because I grew up thinking that I was not good at math, that I was not good with money. And that was all such a huge lie. That's something someone else told me and it stuck. This is not true. Okay. We are all leaders. We are all mathematician geniuses. Take a deep breath with me. Do you see and feel the value in completely arming your home, basically creating a force field within your home in order to align your body with your soul's mission? Are you feeling this? Are you seeing how we are checking all of the boxes? We're ticking it all. Not only are you able to change the health and well-being of your family, body, mind, and spirit, but you're also able to change the financial trajectory of your life, your family's life, and generations to come. Who's played the corporate game? I played the corporate game, the hospital game. It's kind of the same. Butt kissing, not knowing when your next raise was going to be, trying to make partner, all of those games that you have to play in the 3D world, in the matrix, but you don't know really what's in store for you. The beauty of this compensation plan that I'm going to break down for you is that it is fair and it is balanced. You know exactly what you need to do to achieve your goals, whether it's to make $100,000 a year or $1 million a year. And so there are a lot of numbers on this slide. I'm going to ask you to stick with me. I'm going to guide your eyes so that I can show you how amazing this patented compensation plan is. It's genius. And how quickly you can advance and get promoted in this business to make epic freaking income, and you know exactly how to do it. Because to me, it's my responsibility to can't say it, redistribute the wealth on this planet. Why? Because money belongs in the hands of good people. Give me a 1 in the comments or a hell yes if you feel that money belongs in the hands of good people. We're here to liberate. It is a reclamation, queens, right? Okay, looking at this slide, I'm going to break down for you what it takes to make epic freaking commissions in this space. Just say yes. That's all it takes. Just come on in and you'll get epic commissions immediately. Look at the far left side of this slide. Do you see where it says 1A? What this is showing you is that when you come into this business with, say, 1 water ionizer, you come in as a 1-point agent. That means that you're making 1 piece of an 8-piece pie. So on the far right, see all 8 pieces are lit up? Our goal when you come into this business is to support you to launch powerfully. Remember, you don't have to do any sales. We'll get to that. Launch you powerfully and get you to 8 points as quickly as possible. Look at that number underneath that 8 pieces of pie. Saber and I, when we make a sale, we make $7,100 on a package, a fast track package. I'm going to break that down for you. What would $7,100 do for your life? Like, can you even access what that level? It takes people months to make $7,100. So let that number land with you, because you can get to 8 points and we can show you how. Now, the power of coming in with 5 products, so you get 1 of each of the products that we just outlined for you, and an extra K8 as a loaner machine. Because if you loan this machine out to someone, they're going to want one. You loan it out for 2 to 3 weeks, they get to experience the water, and they're hooked. They get a machine. So we recommend that you come in with an extra K8 as a loaner machine. When you come in with 5 products, you're investing under $20,000, and you are immediately making not 1, not 2, but 3 pieces of the pie. So look at 3A. You see how it's circled there? That means that you come into the business with 5 products, you get like $1,000 back in commissions, you sell a fast track, and you make $3,060. Are you following me? Does that make sense? Are you feeling the power of the number here? So essentially, you're promoting yourself when you come in and completely arm your home, get your loaner machine, and launch your business. You're skipping rank. You're being promoted immediately and starting at 3 points, 3 pieces of pie on the commission. Then we support you to rank up as quickly as possible so you're at the 7,100. I think it took me about 1.5 years to get to the entire pie. And so I know it may feel a little complicated. I had no clue. People were telling me about the conversation. I don't get it, but it feels good. I'm in. Okay. I really just want you to look at the bigness of the numbers. And I want you to notice at 3A, look underneath 3A. It says 11 to 20 sales. You are a 3-point agent for only 11 to 20 sales. Then you jump up and you're making 4 pieces of the pie, 4 points for the next 21 to 50 sales. Okay, do you see how quickly you can now, when you're selling in 5s, you're jumping by 5s. Okay, So when you're selling a fast track, and typically the way that you come in is the way that other people are going to come in, because energy, right? It's all energy. So skim the slide, take a deep breath, and let these numbers land for you. Because these are direct commissions that we're talking about. And what you have here is you have access to not only direct commissions, but indirect commissions. And that's what I want to talk to you about next. So take a deep breath because you got more numbers coming. Who knows what a franchise is? Everybody knows what a franchise is. Do you know how much it costs to franchise with McDonald's? Just to use the name, does anybody know? $700,000 to franchise just to use the name. And you're killing the world. Like, this is not something we want to do. $700,000. But what if you could open your own franchise for under $20,000 and have access to a compensation plan that is paying people millions and could pay you millions and multiple millions? Would you be in? Let's go to the next slide and talk about the compounding wealth benefits, indirect commissions. Oh, Saber said it took me 10 months to eat the 8 slices. I love that. Give me the whole pie, baby. Who wants the whole pie? Let's go. Okay. Take your eyes to the left side of this slide. I'm going to break down for you what it looks like, a scenario of you coming in with a fast track, 5 products, and then selling one. And then the person that you don't even know buying one, and their friend buying one, and their friend buying one. How quickly and powerfully this can compound for you. On the left side, do you see where it says product number 1? That's your Anespa, the shower system. When you come into the business with the fast track, you purchase your Anespa first. That opens your business. You don't get commissions on that product because that's what gives you your lifelong global distributorship license. Your second product, you actually sell to yourself. K8 number 1, and you get $350 to $51 commission. The third product, again, you sell to yourself. K8 number 2, another $351 commission to yourself. Then you sell yourself the Ukon. You get $80 commission for your Ukon. You sell yourself the M-Guard, the EMF harmonizer, and you get $237 commission to yourself. That means that your immediate profit for opening a franchise that could make you millions, if you are coachable and consistent, your immediate profit is $1,019. Do you know any business anywhere else that will actually pay you to start your business? Because I don't. Now, what does this mean? This means that you could potentially come in with zero cost out of pocket to you. Saber will talk a little bit more about that. But you could come in zero out of pocket, and this $1,019 you can put toward your business, reinvest, right? Okay, let me bring it back a little bit here. So that's your immediate profit to yourself. Now, let's say you're like, okay, I know at least 15 people who want to change their lives. I want to help them. I want to arm their homes and help them tap into this business opportunity. So you sell a fast track package to Sam, your bestie Sam. You sell that package to her and you make $3,000, around $3,000, a little over $3,000 on the sale to Sam. So now where are you? You're at $3,000, or I'm sorry, you're at $4,000, over $4,000 in commissions already. Now, Sam, she knows a lot of people. She has a business. She's a coach. And she goes out and she sells 5 fast tracks to her 5 friends. and you make off of her sales to people that you don't know $15,000 approximately. So where are we now? We're at like over $19,000. Are you feeling the power here? And not only empowering yourself and your own family, but empowering others. Like we get to change lives and help people reclaim their sovereignty and their authority in all the ways and make really, really lucrative income. And at this point, your business is paid off. I've been in profit. I was in profit in less than a year. And there's no overhead. You don't have to build the product, advertise the product, do the customer service, ship anything. You don't have to do any, create the funnels, nothing. You don't have to do any of that. It's all here for you because you said yes to partnering. Now, depending on what you want to do, maybe you just want to make $100,000 a year. That's all I wanted to make. I just want to make 100,000. I just wanted a 10K month. It takes one direct sale a month to make $100,000 in this business. Breathe into that. Could you do that? Would you be willing to lean in and be coachable to learn an existing system and structure that would allow you to change at least the lives of at least one family per month, and you get to make $100,000 a year? Or you could go where I am going and make 13 direct sales a month and be beyond a millionaire. Who's here? Who's a millionairess? I am. And you may not feel like you can access that energy right now, and that's okay, because I didn't. I couldn't. I couldn't. But I can now. Why? Because the community, I am the company I keep. When you surround yourself with people who are dreaming big, you learn to dream big. When you're doing the energetic work to be able to hold this amount of wealth, it gets to be really juicy, y'all, beyond your wildest dreams. It's limitless, it's uncapped income potential. Speaking of that, I want to talk, or I want to pass it to Saber to talk about the generational wealth opportunity that we get to be the ripple effect. It doesn't stop with us. So Saber's going to talk about the bonuses and the legacy that we get to create in this world, energetically, financially, and consciously.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful, Saber.
Thank you. Thank you. Wow, it's so powerful. You broke that down so well. So you remember the $2,000 that Enagic is giving for people who are starting this month? This is what we're talking about. So this is what has always been, but you actually get about 3,000 just to start your business. I just wanted to highlight that. That's huge. We'll talk about what that in a moment. Oh my goddess, good golly goddess. So we're almost done. We're almost done, and we're going to talk about this retreat and how you can actually get a free spot for it and how this all ties together. But one of the things that I feel like is truly why I've dedicated my life the past 5 years to this business, and I am dedicating the rest of my life. And actually, everything else that I do stems from this mission because of this community and the 500-year vision within the generational wealth. The reason why this is actually possible, or how this is actually possible, is Mr. Oshiro, back 50 years ago, he started a trust fund that every single sale, a portion of every sale ever since 50 years ago, has gone into this trust fund and has grown on compounding wealth that has been able to pay people who are at the legacy income ranks, even when the economy has crashed. We've gone through multiple recessions since Enagic has been around, and they are sustainable and reliable and still up after 50 years because of this type of business plan. Now, what's really powerful to note is that we're definitely at an economic big downturn going into a recession at this time. But you know what's really powerful is most millionaires are actually born during recessions, because there's two schools of thought. There's the people who don't want to, they want to hoard their money and they want to save for a rainy day. That's scarcity thinking, that's poverty thinking. But there's another school of thought where people are actually knowing that this is the time to invest in the liquid assets, in assets. And this is what we're talking about with liquid legacy. So you basically get to actually be having a share within this $1 billion company. And what's so incredible is we've seen people hit this in even 1 year. Is that average results? Absolutely not. However, I really truly believe the woman that's ready to actually commit fully, she could do this in a 3, 5, 7 year business plan to really lay it all out. And we're not even talking about hustling our asses off. So we're going to talk about the platform that we use that actually does about 80% of the more manual, busy work that typical entrepreneurship needs. They even do your sales calls for you. It's mind blowing. But what we're all here working towards is this generational wealth that goes 2 generations deep, where you can have guaranteed monthly income for the rest of your life. So, this gold section here that says a $25,000 bonus, this is where Magic starts to actually pay you. You get that one time bonus, which is huge. That's amazing. And then you get $5,000 monthly, no matter what. No matter if you just even decided that you wanted to retire and you never wanted to work again. And keep in mind, this $5,000 bonus is actually on top of our monthly and quarterly bonuses that you get within Enagic's compensation plan. We don't have time to go over it right now. What she was talking about of the shared economy type of model where you have other women who are coming in and then they're building and expanding. Remember that mycelium network? You're also earning there. By this point, you're going to be making well over a multiple six-figure passive income healthily. So the $5,000 a month, the legacy, it's just the base. But this is what gets to be passed on. It is so beautiful because last year there was this woman, she passed away in a car crash and she has grandchildren and grown children that are actually able to still earn from her magic business today because she was at that point in her business where it's just working on itself even without her even being there, giving back to her family. And we had a really, really emotional moment at our last live event with that because this is really why we're here. When life happens, right? People don't really think about this until it's too late, unfortunately, where emergency happens, family things happen, right? If you just wanted to go take some time off, if your income stopped, or sorry, if you felt like you needed to take the time to go be with family, to go be with a sick, dying loved one, someone might have cancer, something comes up, right? Life continues to happen. If we don't have ways of making money where it's actually continuing to move without us, this is really why we're here. It's like we're not really free if we stop working and our income stops, right? So, this is the way to set ourselves free. Drop a legacy in the comments if even having the chance at having this be possible for you ignites and lights you up. Because I know for me, now that I'm here, now that I'm teaching myself to be financially literate, I'm learning about other ways you can create generational wealth, but you can't even really receive from that until 40 plus years later. This, when I've watched even women who didn't even have any experience in the online space whatsoever, didn't even know how to save a photo on their iPhone. It's true, true story. Who took a year off to heal after going through a divorce and having multiple kids and just all the things, still create generational wealth within just a few years to set herself up for life. I was like, all right, why not me? So if you're watching this and you're thinking that feels so far, is that really possible for me? I want you to just ask yourself, why not you? Because it actually doesn't matter where you come from or your current circumstances, but if you have that dedication that you know that you're fully committed, birds of a feather flock together is what they say, right? You come and you ride the currents and getting into actual flow, and you get to actually change through osmosis, being in a community, as Monica mentioned. I'm so happy that we actually get to connect in person in Europe. Um, Even our enagic conventions that happen yearly, etc. This is what we're really here for. I'm going to pass it on to Monica. We're going to wrap it up. She's going to share about how our digital academy works. And this is how you can actually build a brand on social media, even if you don't have a brand right now and you're like, I don't know how the hell I'm going to do that. Or if you do have one and you already have one really established, you're like, I don't know how this is going to fit. Monica will wrap it and how we actually make this work. It's very simple, actually.
It is very simple. It gets to be simple because the world tries to overcomplicate everything and we are reeling it back. Okay. So, the easiest way for me to explain how we actually do this business, because you see, we're not spamming, we're not vomiting products all over our social media, we're not grinding. We're doing this from a place of alignment. And there's a very organic, fluid flow about it. So I want you to reflect on your own journey. How did you get here? And if you want to tell me in the comments, I'd love to see. How did you end up in this group connected to the person that invited you here? You probably saw them pop up on social media and felt a resonance with what they're doing in the online space. You probably felt a friend in them. You were interested, intrigued. You kept checking out their content and you knew something was probably going on in the background, or you wanted to dive in to a space they were hosting, like this water fast, and you came in, and then you wanted to go deeper. You wanted to find out, like, how is this person able to be authentic and show up on social media and live their dream life? And so now you're watching a webinar. And then if this resonates with you, you get to take the next steps. You get to arm your home with the highest quality miracle products, and you get to launch your business. So that's just a fluid description of how it works. It's freaking magical and it's nuanced and it's different for everyone, but it's always freaking magic. So, what we're teaching you to do is to show up consistently on social media with your authentic message. And maybe you're like, I don't even know what my message is. I had no clue. I mean, I knew that like I wanted to heal the world and I'm a medicine woman and I want to inspire and I want to catalyze people, but I didn't really know like how to show up energetically, how to be brave enough, how to strategically get on social media and use the widest audience in the world, free advertising, to build a business and build generational wealth. I had no clue. But we teach you through this academy that we mentioned earlier. We teach you how to show up on social media, express yourself authentically, connect with your soul, and be brave enough to make massive change. And so, in step one, you're simply sharing your story. And I know it can feel big and scary. Like, does that scare the out of you to think about sharing your story authentically on social media? It scared the crap out of me. I was thinking of all the people in high school, like, what would they think? I was thinking of my ex-husband and his friends, like, what would they think? And at some point, you grow so far beyond that fear and you realize that your dreams are more important. Your impact is more important than their judgment of you. And that it doesn't matter. And then it just doesn't matter at all. And it's so empowering to authentically express yourself on social media. It opens doors for so many people. Once you're connecting authentically with people, people are coming to you because you're activating the law of attraction. You offer the invitation because they say, hey, I want to learn more. Watch a masterclass, learn with us here. And then in step three, you get to connect with an advisor, someone who helps you to move through your limiting beliefs, someone who helps you to get resourceful on how do I come into the business? How do I meld this with my current offering? Or how do I create, my own personal brand online if you're not yet online, which I was not. And then once you connect with your advisor, you get your products, and we launch your business with you step by step. You watch a video and implement, watch a video and implement. It's a learn and earn space. It's not static. You are literally step by step walked through how to launch your business from day zero to when you have a 90-day mastermind to tie into 0 to 90. You're embraced like a hug, a warm hug. And then you're connected with high level coaches all the time. They're at your fingertips through mentorship and through the academy. So, this academy is a space where you have access to leadership coaching, embodiment coaching, social media coaching. If you want to run ads, it'll teach you how to run ads. There is millions of dollars worth of information in this academy that teaches you how to launch your business. The support is always there. You're never alone on this journey. And the academy is called the Freedom Era. Isn't that an epic name? The Freedom Era. All your resources are there. Funnels. Maybe you don't know what a funnel is. I didn't know what a funnel was. Funnels, graphics, launches, masterclasses. You don't have to create any of this. You don't ever have to do a masterclass if you don't want to. We do this because we love it. Every single resource that you would need to build this business through attraction marketing is there for you. All of the educational resources around the water and the products as well. And you can lead with the products and the water if you choose to. You get to build this business any way you want, online, offline, attraction marketing, direct marketing, any way that you want. All of the support is there for you. Okay, and I'll leave it at that. Deep breath, everyone. It's a lot of information. Now I'm going to pass it to Saber to tell you, how do you get started with us? And what are all of the epic bonuses and perks that we have for you in this specific masterclass?
Thank you, Monica. I'm so excited. This is like the moment I've been waiting for. Who's excited? Put love or excited or your favorite emoji in the comments if you're just like, I'm in. Like, just tell me how and I will figure it out. There is a way for everybody to get started here. Okay, so we've got different tiers of bonuses. Anybody, whatever, if you get started on one product, you qualify for our 90-day mastermind that's about to pop up. Yeah. I'm going to share with you the range of what this looks like. So ultimately, you can do zero money down. Now, this is going to go around like credit cards, loans, banks, co-signers, even if your credit is shit. And even if you, I say that with love because I've been there. um, and even if you feel like you don't have people to support you financially and you don't have great credit, there are so many ways to get creative and resourceful to make this happen. I truly, hands on heart, know that if this is something that you truly want to do, allow us to support you in finding a way to make that happen. Because we've even had single moms on government money who had $60 to their name get started in this business. How? They asked for support. I think someone shared about that in one of the workshops that we had around like really releasing the belief that it's the resistance around asking for support. So there's so many different ways that this can happen, right? But man, I saw somebody literally having a GoFundMe because they wanted a bigger bike to freaking ride more girls around on Bali. Okay. Like, if this guy can ask for support in that way, true story. Um, this is something that no matter what it is, where it is that you are. I was living in a vehicle telling myself I couldn't afford rent to get started here. There's always a way. So basically what you're looking at, let's take a look at this from an investor standpoint. Leveraging OPM, other people's money, banks, credit cards, loans, cosigners, borrowing, etc. If you don't have the financial reserves now, most people don't even have $5,000 in their bank account for an emergency fund, right? This way you get started with zero money down and zero out of pocket. You're going to get paid $3,000 to start. Hallelujah. $3,000 more right now than what you have. Your payments are going to be as low as, for one product, they'll be even lower for 200, but let's talk about like the fast track strategy, which is going to get you a free retreat in a castle that we'll talk about here in a moment, as well as the $3,000 cash back, etc., as well as the 90-day mastermind. Your payments are going to be as low as 200 a month. I know. To connect with the compensation plan that Monica has shared. You're going to get that cash back. You reach profit within just a few sales, and you're going to immediately tap into a way where you can actually have your first commission be four-figure commissions per sale. And it only goes up from here. Enagic, for the first time I personally have ever seen, is offering, it's like, how are they, when you think, how is this sustainable? This is generational wealth. This is why they do this. They throw out the most incredible, generous bonuses. And this is one of the best ones that I've seen, because I'm just like, wow. Even getting started on 4 products, you qualify for this $2,000 cashback bonus, which is epic. So what you want to do is you want to reach back to the person who invited you to this space and book a call. It's completely free. You'll book a call with an advisor. It might be me, it might be Monica, it might be someone else, but book a call with an advisor and get your questions answered on what way is going to work best for you. This is going to qualify in every country that you're at. If you decide to go all in with the fast track, you're going to get all of this. Okay. So, one of the things is the Water Witches 90-day mastermind. This is for everybody actually who gets one product, two, three, four, five, 10, whatever. um, you get a 90-day mastermind that's really going to support you. And this is not like, yes, we need to teach a lot of the 3D strategies, right? Around content creation, building a brand, your messaging, etc. But what's really unique about this 90-day mastermind is you're really aligning your business with esoteric wisdom and scalable strategies, where you're really finding your authentic flow. You're learning how to step into a $1 million platform that's going to have high-end consultants around leadership, mindset, money, sales, marketing, etc. Learning from people like Regan Ann Hillier, Melanie Ann Layer, and some of the best consultants. Oh, baby, my cat is just doing a hairball over here. I apologize if you hear that noise. You okay? This is weird timing, honey. Okay, he's good. um, really supporting you to find your authentic voice and cutting out the noise of all the shoulds and shouldn'ts, and how you just getting out of your head and really truly into your heart, having a multi-dimensional approach to marketing and sales where it feels really embodied, it feels really organic, it feels in flow, it feels connected to service, you're connected in your heart, and you're really learning how to transfer your frequency, your mission, your vision, and how to really communicate that through the channel. I'm saying all these words right now, but it's true. You're learning how to be a channel of the vessel of what the spirit of Enagic, the spirit of Kangen, is wanting to channel through you and the legacy that you're here to birth. How to actually convey that in a beautiful, authentic way where content gets to be fun, where building relationships gets to be fun, where creating a movement and initiating your legacy gets to feel actually ease and grace and connected to your authentic flow. We're going to support you in really understanding your numbers and learning about the compensation plan, mapping out your game plan towards legacy, and your pathway to $100,000 months. That might sound really far out there, but It's completely possible. There's women who are in their early 20s having $100,000 months who started with zero experience. This is 100% possible. But one of the biggest things where I stand for in this community is 80% inner work, 20% strategy. So this is not about hustle. This is about alignment. So getting your holistic life into alignment so you can really do this business in flow. That's what the 90-day mastermind is for. You also get lifelong support of just mentorship and weekly coaching calls and everything from our greater community, which is incredible. You never have to invest in a coach again, which is epic. This particular 90-day mastermind, though, it's going to end at the retreat in England at this castle. And the retreat is called Reclamation, for you to reclaim your throne. So, what's going to happen is, oh my gosh, whoo! So, again, if you're like, what are my next steps? Just make sure you reach out to the person who invited you. They're going to give you the next steps, okay? The Reclamation Retreat is going to be in the UK, just north of London. We have 3 free tickets. They are first come, first serve. So you're going to want to book your call actually in the next 72 hours, no less, to actually get your questions answered on how this can support you. If you need to do financing, all good. If you can pay in full, epic, whatever it is, we've got 3 free tickets to actually gift to a woman who's going to get her spot at this 4-night retreat. Think plant medicine ceremony, embodied archetype branding, where you do videography and photography to really anchor in the essence and the frequency of your brand and what you're a stand for. You're going to get coaching on that if you're feeling uncomfortable around camera, but it's really around embodying and really anchoring into your throne, into your womb, into your pussy, and really grounding in that energy of your power and learning how to really embody and invite that into your energy field and convey that and claim that in this ridiculously high-end luxury aristocratic historical estate. Oh, and this is why it's such a full circle moment, because I've had this particular place on my vision board for 2 years before I lived in Europe, before I had my first 50K month, before I hit my leadership ranks, when all of this just was this faraway dream. And you're invited. We're going to have ceremony. We're going to have mastermind collaborations. We're going to be building expansive sisterhood. This is really not your average transformational retreat. Because the difference is when you actually start this business and you build this legacy, we're building a lifelong sisterhood, a global family here. You're going to meet people from all over the world. We're actually collaborating with women from Sweden as well, Scandinavian areas, and you're going to connect with women all over the world who are also on this mission that's going to really anchor you into the community. It's really going to anchor you into the community and allow you to fully embody this in your journey. Because it's one thing to start a digital business and, join the Zoom calls and go dive into the courses and the master classes and these types of things. But this is your chance to really step in and actually be here. These are actual photos from the place, by the way, like actual legit. Hopefully those cars are there, because that will be fabulous, wouldn't it? But when you actually get to tangibly connect with people in person, you find that your place, that you absolutely belong here. 100%. We have women from all walks of life, from all realms. And you find that you finally find your tribe. It's not about where you come from or where you're at or how much money you have or whatever. We are all water, and we are all weaved in and connected with the spirit of water and legacy. So, whoa, I almost played that. Forgot that there was no more slides after that. However, I'm going to actually, let me just recap real quick on the bonuses. So even if you came in on one product right now, you got your K8, right? You get your 90-day mastermind, which is epic. It's valued at like $10,000 plus for the level of leadership and mentorship and activation that's going to happen there. If you come in on 4 products, which is called the quad. It's not the fast track strategy that we're talking about. It's minus the M guard. You get the 2K bonus, which is awesome, which is literally you're going to be earning about $3,000 just for starting your business. If you do also get the M guard, that's all of it, you the full range, you get the reclamation retreat, first come, first serve. And of course, all of the others that I mentioned. So we've got tiers. There's a way for everyone to do this. You want to reach out to the person who invited you, book a call. Do not let this sit, because I'm telling you, we have never been able to offer anything like this before. We had no clue about the $2,000 bonus that Enagic was going to offer. So it's just so beautiful that it's layered in this just magical, even if you're not going to the retreat, if you can't do it because of whatever dates, it is going to be end of April 28th through May 2nd. You still get to have the 90-day mastermind and the 3K bonus, etc. There's still other events that we've got happening. We've got the Enagic convention coming up on the summer solstice in California, which we'll all definitely be going to as well. But this is a very sacred event, and the first of many that we're going to be having in Europe, castles, and in the next 3 to 5 years, a castle that this community actually owns. So this is your invitation. I'm going to just share one video, and then I'll actually pass it to Monica to close us out. But I'm going to share a video from a man, actually, bringing some powerful masculine energy from dear soul brother. His name is Vuja. He's been really good friends with some of our higher level leaders who've been in our community for 10 plus years. And he actually did a breathwork ceremony at my first retreat, and we did these testimonials while we were actually at the retreat, and he just said it so beautifully of him already being a multi-7-figure entrepreneur with his business, his movement that's called Limitless Love. They teach breathwork and hold medicine ceremonies all around the world, and retreats, transformative retreats with him and his partner. And he also partnered with the Enagic because it allowed his business to truly spread its wings. And I just really love the way that he speaks about the integrity and the magic that is within this community. So I'm going to introduce you to Vuja Deus.
What stands out to me about this business is that there are a lot of people right now that are seeking to build the new systems for humanity, ones that are progressive, that tangibly create freedom and sustainability, financially, physically, and where we can actually build an ecosystem that actually is regenerative for ourselves, for our families, and for generations to come. And what I love about this particular model is when I walk into the community, I speak to the leaders and actually connecting with them, I hear their stories of how their life is outside of it.
Hold on, someone just told me that they couldn't hear it well. 1 second, let me just. Dun, dun, dun. Editing. Oh, hold on, let me go Zoom. Oh, no. One moment, I'm going to stop sharing my screen and then I will share sound optimized for video sharing. There we go. Voila.
What stands out to me about this business is that there are a lot of people right now that are seeking to build the new systems for humanity, ones that are more progressive, that tangibly create freedom, sustainability, financially, physically, and where we can actually build an ecosystem that actually is regenerative for ourselves, for our families, and for generations to come. And what I love about this particular model is when I walk into the community and I speak to the leaders and I actually connect in with them and I hear their stories of how their life is outside of the business, it's a real thing. It's a very real thing where truly everyone in that community is winning, where the style and the structure of the way that their business is created is actually set up so that you can actually get ahead and succeed. And many of us are aware of what the world is like and the systems that are crumbling as we speak. And what we're really seeking for right now in today's day and age, whether you're a parent, a mother, a father, or you're someone that is an entrepreneur looking for models that you can plug into that are sustainable, that can actually support you and build legacy for yourself, is having something that you know for a fact is grounded in a future template that allows every single person to win. You know, so in my experience, the reason why I've stepped wholeheartedly in myself personally, when I saw the business model, I'm like, they've literally nailed this. I've spoken to so many really well-established entrepreneurs that are building the new systems, and I'm like, this one has been done in excellence. You know, so for me, it's a bit of a no-brainer. Any person that's got any context as an entrepreneur that understands business, numbers, money, community, building side-by-side collaboration, for me, this is not even a question if it's the right model or a good model. And then to build upon that, the part that really drew me in originally was actually the community. Like being with like-minded people that actually truly care about service. You know, for many years I've been facilitating inside of my organization, which is called Limitless Love, and we're known for facilitating leaders and supporting them to embody their vision and to create from a really authentic place, from a heart-centered place, and to truly create a more benevolent world. And the values of what I was already doing in the community that's alive right now was a beautiful crossover. Able to come in and feel like I belonged almost instantaneously, to meet new friends that the relationships can build and solidify so quickly, and the amount of opportunities, collaborations, co-creations and experiences that have birthed just from entering into the community has been wild. That's the only way I can put it. Like, it's been sincerely wild, and I feel like it's allowing my other business to spread its wings even further as well. You know, so I feel completely enrolled in the most beautiful ways, and I really sincerely know that this is the kind of model / community that is actually here to stay. There are a lot of ideas out there. There's a lot of new crypto things. There's this thing and there's that thing, and it's compounding and it's that, and there's so many things, and they're great. But the challenge is many of them come, and then a year later they're gone. And there's this new hot thing, the new hot shit, and then it collapses, or the economy collapses and it collapses. This business got stronger as the economy's collapsed. And if you ask me, being a business person that cares about my family, longevity, and legacy wealth, you don't be betting on things that you're not 100% able to stand behind. So yeah.
He's such a sweet human. Yeah. Oh, I feel that so much. Monica, do you have anything else? I'm gonna actually just pass it on to you, Monica, to close us out, reminding everyone to reach out to the woman who invited you to this space to book a call, and just know that you've got everything to gain and nothing to lose in actually seeing what's possible for you here. That's it for me.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Everyone, take a deep breath in, anchor the energy in. There are no words that we can say to you. We're not here to convince you. We're not looking for everyone, right? We are looking for those who are looking for us. We are leaders of leaders. If you feel the call, if you feel the tingles, you feel the heart call to lead with us, give yourself the opportunity to explore it. Now is the time. Doesn't have to make sense, because it sure didn't make sense to me. I was so naive in all of this when I look back, but I listened. I listened to my soul, and it was the best decision I have ever made. Thank you so much for taking the time to be with us. We really, really do value and honor your time. We love you so much. Wishing the highest good, the highest love to all of you. Thank you so much. Bye, everyone. We love you.